Zombies, tower defense, survival crafting, a base you build that moves along, platforming, puzzles. Survival Machine has so many things. But when you put all these bits into the blender, do you get a tasty shake or a gloppy mess? Watch on and find out. My name is Thoraxe, and this is Strategy for Busy People. If you've got a few minutes, I'll tell you what to play. I don't know why I mention it so consistently, but you're probably aware that I like survival and crafting games here on Strategy for Busy People. It shouldn't come as a surprise that I chose to look at Survival Machine by Grapes Pickers. I put just over 5 hours into this game. My playtime was all in May 2025 during the early access period. I saw a brief mention of it on another YouTuber's channel, and I thought to myself, Self, this looks like it has several ingredients that you like. Crafting. Check. Base building. Check. Zombie slaying. Check. That was enough to pique my interest, so I gave it a quick grab and put some time into it. I also learned some things about it that I did not know. This game drips with Wild West chic for some super strange reason. It's a weird, steampunky post-zombie apocalypse setting where you have this giant moving machine that you build your base on top of, which kind of harkens back to games like Wandering Village in some respect, except this moving base is mechanical, and at least in my playtime, you have no choice where it goes. You start, unsurprisingly, with nothing. You have to build a few things to be able to build more things and gather resources to build all of those things. So far so good. Your machine requires fuel to move, and you can also build generators that are, in some weird way, also tied to the main furnace of your moving machine. Those generators can run crafting equipment that sits on the deck, and I guess this is okay. Also unsurprisingly, as you move through the game, you unlock various additional crafting equipment to build bigger and better things, and, frankly, this is where the game starts to fall apart for me. Unlocks in this game are driven by blueprints, and you have to find those blueprints by scavenging about in the world. On the surface, this wouldn't seem like a big issue, but at least distastefully for me, finding them felt an awful lot like hide and seek. I was tasked with locating a loadout blueprint, but a very specific loadout blueprint. You have the ability to launch flares to help you guide to the particular area where your sonar has located a blueprint, except that it's super imprecise, and despite finding many blueprints in this particular area, none of them would check the box for advancement. I spent a lot of time just wandering around trying to find the thing that I needed. I started getting Astroneer PTSD flashbacks. Ultimately, I did locate what I needed, but it left a bad taste in my mouth. While doing all of this hide and seeking, time continually passes through day and night. Occasionally, the zombie hordes will get super activated, and they will come invade your base, turning this into a bit of a tower defense game. You can build various defensive mechanisms, but the first one you do has a strange reload mechanic and is unfortunately super slow. As long as the zombies stay on their mission to destroy things on top of your base, you can lob these bombs into their area and do some damage, but invariably, one will peel off and come your way. The combat isn't particularly challenging, and each unique zombie type has a unique attack pattern or special ability that isn't all that hard to decipher and protect against. If you do get hit by the zombies, fret not, as you will not turn into a zombie. You can restore health by eating things, and, in a nod to the devs, this game looks at first like it will suffer from the backpack of apples mechanic, but in the end it doesn't. You see, you have a fullness attribute, and you can't eat a ton of things at once to regain all of your health. The fullness needs to wear off before you can consume again. So this is nice. But at least while you're on top of your machine, your respawn is just a short way away, so it's not all that critical to prevent yourself from dying. Earlier in the introduction, I mentioned that this game was also part platformer, which you can clearly see from the gameplay. While this does feel interesting at first, it really just ties itself back into the hide-and-seek feeling, which quickly becomes grating. To unblock your machine's progress at one point, you have to follow wires and fix the circuits so that you can use detonators to blow up things. This doesn't sound so bad until you realize that sometimes following the wires is a major pain in the rear and somehow doesn't feel all that fulfilling in the end. Before I give my final verdict, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share it with your friends. Agree with me, disagree with me, or want to see other content? Let me know in the comments below. Want to try this game yourself? Check out my humble affiliate link below. And if you want to support me in making more of these videos, become a patron on Patreon. Your support really makes a difference. The final verdict. The game previews show all kinds of interesting buildings, and I'm sure there are cooler defensive capabilities to build on top of your ship, along with the ability to craft more advanced things like healing supplements, weapons, and who knows what. The graphical style, combined with the platformy and hide-and-seek nature of the game, started to grate on me, and the gimmick of the zombie that sounds like it's farting and leaving a cloud of gas really started to grate on me too. While the game does support co-op multiplayer, I don't know how much that would add to the experience, as most of the grind has to do with finding things. I suppose that more eyes are better, but still. Ultimately, I just couldn't stomach the idea of having to search endlessly in yet another area to find yet another blue chest, but needing it to be the correct blue chest to find the things that I needed. So I bounced out. On my trademark 3-point score scale of avoid, meh, and I forgot to eat. While this game started out with so much promise, in the end it was just okay. So I gathered my carrot juice and berries to head off into the sunset on my Iron Horse machine base, hoping to find a campfire to roast some zombie meat? Wait, if you get bit by zombies, usually that turns you into a zombie, but what if you cook and eat a zombie? Is there a USDA temperature guide for zombie parts?